Welcome to the Activated Storytellers 43rd podcast, May 10th, 2007.
This week's story is The Proof in the Painting, a European tale.
Konnichiwa, Dennis desu.
Konnichiwa, Kimberly desu.
Ohayou gozaimasu, Zephyr desu.
We haven't pulled out our Japanese for quite some time. And together we are...
The Activated Storytellers.
私たちは Activated Storyteller です。
はい、そうです。
This week we are coming to you... No, we're not coming from Japan. We are coming to you from Fox Lake, Illinois.
So you may hear crickets in the background. And that's not our joints creaking or anything. It's crickets if you hear them.
Now, I know we said that we were going to do this week's podcast without Mom as well. I know you guys were looking forward to another Dennis and Zephyr podcast.
Sorry to disappoint you.
But sadly, she's back now, so...
Sadly. Yes, we've been reunited. I flew back in yesterday. We are recording this the day before we're going to air, which is Wednesday. So I flew back in on Tuesday.
So our change of plans is not because she came back earlier than expected. It's because we're recording later than expected.
In other words, Dad and I are lazy.
I am back from Reno, where I was helping take care of my grandma.
And in the meantime, while she was gone, Zephyr and I went to Detroit, more specifically to Dearborn, where Zephyr attended an event that he found really boring.
I'm so sorry you had to go, Zephyr.
Yes, the National Haunted Attractions Trade Show and Convention. Lots of stuff to do there. It was a fun weekend. I was often up till about 1 or 2 in the morning and then waking up at 8:30 not the next morning, that morning, and then going back in and spending all day there. A lot of stuff going on.
Yes, anything else happen exciting while I was gone?
Well, I took a bike ride into downtown Detroit, and then I went over to Canada and walked around for a while in Windsor.
Ah, sounds like fun. Went to a whole other country while I was away.
Yes, I did. I really wanted to ride my bike in Canada, but they wouldn't let me take it across the border, at least not on the bus, and there was no way to ride it across, so I had to settle for second best. Okay, so while I was going to another country, Zephyr, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you did, that is, if you can bring yourself to do it.
Well, where do you want me to start? There's the haunt tours, there's the stuff they had on the trade show floor, there's the seminars I took, a whole list of stuff. Where should I start?
Well, just a little bit about the classes that you took.
I took a fairly large range of seminars because they have education going on all weekend. Most of you out there probably didn't even know that anything like this exists, nor do a lot of people. Sometimes people will drive by a haunted attraction in the middle of Halloween or the Saturday before Halloween, and they'll see the 3-hour-long lines outside and multiply the number of people there by the ticket price and automatically assume that a haunted attraction is a get-rich-quick scheme. There is a lot of work that goes into it. There is a lot of planning. There is a lot, or into a good one at least. Let's see, some of the seminars I took included How to Get Started in the Haunted Attraction Industry by Leonard Pickle, who's the guy who basically organizes and runs HauntCon every year. There was a seminar I took on pneumatics, how to work with pneumatics, a lot of air-powered props. People don't realize, usually tripped by a sensor or a pressure pad or even a motion detector. I took a seminar on how to paint surfaces such as wood, basically to appear just about anything you want. I can make it a wall, I can make it a brick wall, I can make peeling plaster on it, I could make it look like it was made out of stone, I could make it look like rusted metal. I took a seminar on how to run a multiple attraction event, which a lot of haunts do. I took a seminar on alternative forms of haunting. I took a seminar on flashlight haunts, actually. One haunted house had this great idea where they have flashlights instead of actual lights, only they're infrared flashlights with remote control operations. So the actors have remotes, and they can turn your flashlight off whenever they want to.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so they did a haunt like that, and they did a whole seminar on it. And mostly, though, I took a lot of stuff on business and actual running of a haunted attraction because it is, like most people really do not think about or realize, it is a business and it is a lot of work.
And you also got to tour the world's largest haunted house. Is that not correct?
Yes, Erebus, 4-story, world's largest haunted house in Pontiac, Michigan. We took a bus out to the haunt tours, and we got to do Realm of Darkness in Erebus. And Erebus was one of the best shows I've ever seen. They had some really creative ideas. Although one thing that I noticed was that there's sort of there's normally a no-touch rule. Do not touch the actors. They will not touch you. And while that rule applies here, the actors will not touch you, other things will. The whole no physical contact idea kind of goes out the window in Erebus. So they had a lot of really creative things there.
There were people from the haunted attraction industry from all over the country here. You mentioned meeting someone from Montana. I saw license plates from New Jersey and in a lot of places. Some of these people came in hearses. It was funny to see 4 or 5 hearses parked in the parking lot of the Hyatt Dearborn.
In fact, there were actually people from the United Kingdom there.
I don't think they drove a hearse over, but anyway. Well, one of these hearses had a skeleton in one of the back seats peering out the window. That was kind of funny to see it as it drove by.
Yeah, I actually saw that one out in the parking lot.
Okay. It's almost become the Dennis and Zephyr show again here. I think we're going to go ahead and tell our story this week. Now, this story is called, well, at least we call it, The Proof in the Painting.
Once upon a time, in some unnamed village, in some unnamed country, there were 2 painters, and everybody thought they were both pretty good.
Splish, splosh, splish. Ha! There. I am done with my painting.
Splish. There, I'm done with my painting. Cool.
Yes, it's not bad.
Which way is up?
And there was a very rich man who was looking for somebody to paint his portrait.
Hi, gang. I'm a rich man. I'm looking for someone to paint my portrait. Anybody know a good painter around here?
Oh, yes, I know him. He's rather good.
No, I say you should pick that one. That one's the best.
Yeah, I like her. She's better.
I don't know. I think that guy's better. He puts more oomph into his paintings,
She puts more splishes and splashes.
But that one has such tone, such lines, such form, such feeling, such turpentine.
And so the rich man decided that he would have a contest to choose the painter to paint his portrait.
I tell you what, we're going to have a contest to choose a painter to paint my portrait. All right, here's the deal. Well, if each of you paint a picture of a baker baking, let's say bread.
Oh, very well. I can do that.
No problem.
And whoever paints the best baker and the best bread gets to make a lot of dough.
And then the big day came.
All right, are the paintings finished?
Yes, here is mine. And she mounted it on the wall.
Wait, one more touch of paint right there. Okay, there we go. Now I'm done.
And he mounted it on the wall. And the townspeople gathered around. And they oohed and they awed.
Ooh.
Ah.
Hey.
Ooh.
What are we yelling? What?
Yada.
Then something incredible happened. A flock of birds came by, and they swooped down on one painting. And they tried to eat the bread. Look at that! Look at that! They're trying to eat the bread.
Very impressive. That's very realistic-looking bread.
Why, that painting is so good. That one's got to win. What do you think?
I think that's definitely the best painting. Yep, absolutely.
Well, the time came for the rich man to judge the painting.
All right, folks, here's my decision.
He's going to pick the one that the birds are eating, isn't he? Yep.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Theophilus, you did a really great job with this painting.
See, I told you he's going to win.
High five, man.
Yeah, I knew it. However, I think I have to give the prize to Agnetha.
What? Well, why? Obviously, the birds like his bread.
It is true that Theophilus painted bread so realistic that the birds tried to eat it. However, Agnetha painted a baker so realistic that he scared the birds away.
And so, Agnetha got the job. And that's the story of the proof in the painting. Well, we kind of picked that story because it's sort of related with the HauntCon, as it's called. I mean, they painted things that were so realistic, and they scared the birds, right?
Yes, and you mentioned how you learned to paint things in a seminar.
So there, it works.
The Hyatt Dearborn, where the HauntCon was held, was just across the street from the Henry Ford estate. And while we were there, I got to ride my bike over and have a look at it. And I'd like to go back and take a tour sometime. It really looks kind of fascinating.
I didn't even know the Henry Ford estate was there. The only thing I saw was the inside of that hotel, and I saw the mall on the other side once or twice, and that was it.
All right. Well, we are off to Families on the Road rally now, and we're going to be meeting up with some other families who travel full-time in Wisconsin Dells. We're going to have a great time this week, and we will tell you about it next week.
Wisconsin Dells, don't tell me, that's in Montana. No.
We'll make you guess until next week.
One of the great things about Wisconsin Dells is that they have year-round haunted houses there.
You had to get that in, didn't you? We'll see you next week.
Happy haunting.
Johnny.
Johnny.
Matinee.
The Activated Storytellers perform at schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use American Sign Language, physical comedy, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring the stories to life. For booking information, check our website at www.activated-storytellers.com, where you can also find out when the Activated Storytellers will be performing near you. Read a story or order one of our audio CDs. Until next time.